Well, hello, PreAlgebra. Welcome to another week. We're continuing our work with solving. This week, we're looking at solving with division. Last week, we were solving with multiplication, and now we're solving with division. As you already know, division and multiplication undo each other, just like addition and subtraction. So if you're solving by dividing, that means you're looking for a problem with multiplication. So this first example here, let's go ahead and pick someone's favorite number, 7. And let's say we have 7a is equal to 28. This problem has multiplication. We are multiplying by 7. We know we're multiplying by 7 because of the invisible multiplication between the 7 and the a. Since nothing's written there, we know that that is multiplication. And so, to undo that multiplication, we need to divide. What does that actually mean? Well, to undo multiplication, our goal is to get the variable by itself. So we want 1a left over. We want to have 1a equals and then our answer, the number. So what is anything divided by itself equal? 1. If we have a 7 there, we want to divide it by itself to equal 1. So then we have 1a that we're working with. So since there's a 7, we want to divide that by 7 on both sides. 7 divided by 7, like we were just talking about, that cancels out, and that's the shortcut to say that 7 divided by 7 is 1. And so that means we have 1a. And we don't have to write the 1 there, just like we don't have to write the multiplication sign for multiplication. So that 1a is going to be equal to whatever 28 divided by 7 is. Calculator geniuses, you'll get the answer of 4. And so here the answer for a is 4 because we divided by 7 on both sides. Now let's look at another example. Let's go ahead and pick someone else's favorite number. Let's say we have 3a is equal to 24. 24 is a great number. Who doesn't love 24? Now, all the steps are going to be the same. We're going to divide by the 3 on both sides. But in this problem, we want to make a slight adjustment. We want to make the 3 a negative. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing about the problem changed because that negative does not represent addition and subtraction here. The addition and subtraction would only happen if we were subtracting something off or subtracting a different number. But because the negative's in front of the 3 and there's no other number here in front, that negative has nothing to subtract from. And so it's only a negative number that we're working with, and that negative number is being multiplied by a. So what we want to divide on both sides is whatever we're multiplying by. In this case, a negative 3. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Anything divided by itself is 1. So they cancel out, leaving a to equal whatever 24 divided by negative 3 is. If you work it out, what you end up seeing is that 24 divided by 3 is 8, and then a positive divided by a negative is a negative. So we have a is equal to negative 8. All right. Everything that we worked out in that last example is still going to be true in this next example. This time, let's pick some other favorite numbers. Let's, you know what? I love puns. Let's to be or not to be. That is the question. And so let's say 2b is equal to 30, but instead of a positive 30, let's do a negative 30. So, just like we talked about before, all these examples have represented multiplication. And so, to undo multiplication, we need to divide. The 2's cancel out on side with the b, because anything divided by itself is 1. Negative 30 divided by 2, well, work out the numbers first. We have 1b now, because the 2's canceled out. Anything divided by itself is 1, so that's 1b, is equal to 30 divided by 2. Well, half of 30 is 15. And just like above with the -8, anything, sorry, not anything, but a negative divided by a positive is the same thing as a positive divided by a negative. So a negative divided by a positive is still a negative number. So we have b is equal to -15. So, ladies and gentlemen, in every single example that we worked here, we're doing the same thing regardless if it's positive or negative, because we have multiplication, so we're choosing to divide. We have multiplication, so we're choosing to divide. We have multiplication, so we're choosing to divide. And we're showing our division with a fraction. We're drawing a fraction bar to show that division. It's going to cancel out on the side with the variable because the number we're dividing by is the same number that we're multiplying by. And then on the other side, we're just doing our division with our numbers. You can work it out on a calculator if that mental math isn't quite there. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. I have full confidence in your abilities, and I look forward to your emails if you have any questions or concerns. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you guys this week.